Chatting with Charmaine? Well, here's your host, Charmaine Winter.
Hey everybody, welcome to Chatting with Charmaine. I'm excited, you guys. We've got another thrilling episode tonight. My guests are amazing. First of all, I've got podcaster Luann Nigera is joining us. Yes. She's followed by designer Jenna Gadalzik. She's here, yes, and they're gonna face off along with my final guest, gospel rapper, artist, singer, Spellman Ray. They're all gonna face off for a game challenge. And so you are gonna definitely wanna call all of your friends. Because if you don't, they're not going to let you forget it, that you never told them about this live. So definitely go ahead and share this live with 5 of your nearest and dearest. You know, guys, I really do like to keep it real. So real talk tonight, man, it's hectic. It's been a hectic beginning of the week for me, and I'm tired. You know, that's just really the real deal of it. Hey, Brooke, I've spent the last year traveling almost nonstop between states and countries for family or for business. And I am mentally whipped. But I'm going to keep it going. I definitely will be keeping it going because that's what I need to do. So my question tonight is, what do you do to stay motivated when you really just don't want to, right? When you just want to curl up and, just take a break, whether it's from going to the gym, if it's, changing your eating habits, maybe you need to get more sleep. Just, thank you so much. I love that rock star comment, Brooke. You're the best. Maybe it's making one more sales call, right? You got to create another Instagram post. Maybe you're packing up. Maybe you're moving, right? At some point, I think we all just get worn down. So how do you talk yourself into putting one foot in front of yourself to just keep it going? I'm going to ask the lady who I admire so much, who I am positive has the answer. Hey, Miss Luann.
Hey,
Charmaine.
Charmaine. How are you?
Oh, Luann, it's been a day. It's been a day, I tell you.
I'm hearing that you're having a moment and you look as gorgeous as ever. I'm like, that's what tired looks like? This is what tired looks like,
good
girl.
DNA, honey. Good DNA and good makeup.
That is awesome.
Well, let me introduce you properly to everyone who doesn't know this fabulous lady, because first of all, I only put one word definition of a title, but this lady's got so many. Okay, she's the host of a well-designed business podcast, and that's how I first met her, and that's why I put you as a podcaster. But she does so much more. She's the founder of Luann University. We're going to talk about whatever that means. She's a speaker, an author. Man, she just seems to have it all together and keep going. So Luann, I'm asking you, because you're the expert, how do you talk yourself into keep it going, keeping motivated?
You got to have your eyes on the prize, Charmaine. You have to have your eyes on the prize. It's like, it's so funny because in my first book, I wrote in the first chapter that you have to establish your mission, vision, and values. And I cannot tell you how many business owners that I meet that don't do that, that don't do it. They just do the thing that they love. They design or they create music or whatever. And then that is the thing. Like when you're having a tough day, if you know what your vision is for that quarter, that month, that year, you're like, okay, am I giving up on that? Did I not mean that when I made that pact to myself? Or am I going for that? right?
I love that. I love that. That makes so much sense, Luann. And so, time is of essence because, and I want to get as many questions answered as possible. So I'm going to stop you there, but there's so much to unpack with that. I bet you any money, you guys, if you're smart cookies, if I'm introducing Luann to you now, you're going to want to follow her on her page because she's going to break it down for you there and through her courses and so many other things. But Luann, I want to ask you, why'd you start? What made you start this whole process anyhow? Why'd you begin?
The podcast, you mean?
The podcast. I mean, you know what? There was a season when, those titles I gave you, they weren't Luann, right? You were just, I'm going to say an average person like me.
I'm still an average person, girl.
So why'd you start? How'd you get to be a superstar?
So first of all, I want to tell you that I did not start this particular journey of my entrepreneurship until I was 53.
Okay.
So literally there's no expiration date on dreams. Okay. No expiration date. It's a combination of looking ahead and figuring out what my vision for our lifestyle was going to be. I don't know if you remember when we met, I might've told you that my husband and I own Window Works, and Window Works is custom window treatments and awnings. And, the way I made money was I had to show up at your house, knock on your door and say, I'm here to help you design your window treatments. And after 40 years of doing that, it's sort of like, am I going to be like 60, 70, 80, knocking on doors? Like I was just tired of schlepping the samples. Let's start with that, And so the truth of it is that from one perspective of it, it was a vision for, I know I don't want to retire anytime soon. I know I will be a person that works into my 70s, 80s, 90s. However, what does that work look like? Okay. So trying to come up with the company and the platform and the thing that would inspire me, that had meaning, but that I could do. The second part of it was that I had spent 4 decades working with interior designers, and it literally broke my heart. What?
And we're a crazy bunch.
Right. But it broke my heart. The number of designers that I met over those years that were talented, but did not pay attention to understanding how to run the business. And of course, there were not a lot of resources to do that. So even if you had the desire or you knew you were banging your head against the wall, it was like, where are you going to go do it? Because they don't teach it in design school. You'd have to go for a separate 4-year degree in business.
Yes.
And so it's like the joining of those two passions, knowing that I wanted to continue working. I didn't want to be geography driven. I did not want to go and schlep drapery samples anymore, but I knew I had to do something that would get me out of bed. And it gets me out of bed to help wonderful, creative businesses like designers and window treatment professionals be profitable.
So Luann, how'd you get so gosh darn smart? Okay. I mean, when did you start learning about business, to take your business seriously? Because to your point, 100%, it's not taught in school. So come on, share with us.
Okay, so
break it down.
So here's the thing. How do we do it? We surround ourselves with people who know more than we know. When I was fortunate, because my husband is 15 years older than me. So when I started in Window Works, I'm 21, but he's 36. Okay. And so he already had 2 businesses. Window Works was his 3rd business. And he is accounting degree by degree, an MBA. And he's also by nature a process-driven person.
Right.
So he comes to it process-driven, system-driven, money, finance smart, and I could sell water to a fish. And so you put this 2 together, and then it's the marriage, both the marriage and the business marriage was him, literally me learning from him how valuable a process and a system was, me learning from him how important it is to know your numbers, and then him learning from me. We got to look ahead, dude. Like, we got to look ahead. We can't just be like right here. So, you know, when it was time to get a website, like back in the like 80s, he's like, I don't think that this is going to be a thing. I'm like, it's going to be a thing, you know?
I love it. I love it. You know, Luann, okay, you got to see some of these comments. You're definitely going to have to check them out later, because I know you're sharing your story with us, but everyone's loving this. This is so real. Because, I mean, I think I heard you say, number one, marry an older man. I think I heard that. That's how you do it. That's key number one to being smart, ladies. Okay, so if you could be a fly on the wall, who would you want to listen in on?
Oprah, come on. Oprah, come on.
Yeah,
yep.
lady.
Like, I mean,
Lady O.
You know, I mean, I didn't even know you were going to ask me that. That's like the first thing out of my mouth. I'm like, God, right? I mean, just in all the ways when she's serious and she's working and she's planning and she's visioning for her business, but then also when she's sitting at her kitchen table and she's having fun with her friends and, you know, her family, it's like all the ways. Oprah all day. She's
definitely one to inspire greatness. So, so says Luann, what's the most useless word?
The most useless word? How about like maybe? Or how about I'll try? Like, you know, like, God rest Toby Keith's soul. He just died yesterday. Oh my God, I love that man's music. And he has a song, If You're Trying, You Ain't. Like, you're either doing it or you're not doing it. Don't talk to me about I'm trying. I'm trying.
True. So true. Okay, so you know, perfect. So, what's one thing that you would change about your daily routine? Because I've been watching you, lady. I stalk you on here, and now I want to know, what would you change about that daily grind?
Whoa. Well, if I could have about 5 more hours a day, I would change that. It's like, if it was a 29-hour day, I promised that I would rest and relax and do those things. So, but if I have to keep the same 24 hours, you know, Charmaine, I love my life. I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky. I get up every day. I, for the most part, get to work in a job, in a career, in a business that I love. And, you know, what's funny is I can't even say what would I change about my day, because I go back to, if you're trying, you ain't. It's like, I have control to change it. Clearly, I don't want to change it.
I love it. I love that. No, that's great. So what's one of the hardest challenges you've ever had to overcome in your life?
Oh, well, I mean, if we're going outside of business and life, you know, there was a time when my father, I was 31 and he was only, maybe I was 32 and he was 57, and his esophagus ruptured.
Oh, wow.
And he lived in Florida with no family there. And he was in the hospital for 26 weeks. Wow. And our youngest was in first grade. And I, for 26 weeks, pretty much almost every Thursday, Friday, flew to Florida and came back on Sunday night. And, you know, still had to do all the sales, my responsibility of sales for window work, still had to manage a little, you know, baby and teenagers, you know, we had teenagers too. And it was a very, very difficult time. He survived it.
Right.
What's funny is, because like every hard thing in life and every quote unquote like failure, it's not that that's a failure, but failure is the same as hard things in life.
Right.
The lessons that come from it.
Right.
And that was the first time that my aunt, she said to me, because they told me on the second day he would die. It happened on a Sunday, and on Tuesday they said, he's going to die. He said he has a 1% chance of living. And I'm like, he's 57.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Go back into your little Wizard of Oz place and figure something out, because I'm not leaving my dad here. That's not happening.
I love that. I love that passion.
Oh.
I love that.
No, I mean, I was up and down with doctors left and right. I'm like, no. He has many years left. He lived till he was 81 years old. I'm like, no. We're not done. So, but my aunt on like the third or fourth day, because by the third or fourth day, they wanted me to sign a DNR. And I'm 31 years old, 32 years old. And I'm like, first of all, what's a DNR? And then you're like, oh, wait, you want me to say it's okay if he dies for you not to bring him back to life. I'm like, but then I had to think about my dad. And my aunt said to me, she said, Luann, every day, this is a challenge. You're going through it. My heart's breaking for you and your dad and your brother. And she said, but try and just take a moment each day and find the lesson in the day.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you what, it was the number one way to get through anything. I don't care if you've got a client that's screaming at you and, you know, Brooke doesn't want to accept the carpet. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like you just got to take a moment and go, this was hard, this was difficult, but what did I learn from it? Because it shifts your brain from the wallow to the active, to the reactive, I'm passive, this event is happening to me, to I am part of this and I have say and I have will and I, you know, something can come from this. And so that was the hardest thing I've ever been through ever.
Well, beautiful. And, you know, thank you so much for sharing that, because that helps someone, right? You know, look from the outside looking in, we often think your life is easy peasy. She couldn't possibly have XYZ. But there you go. You never know. Life happens, right? And I love that lesson you just shared on how to get through it, because you can't camp out. You can't stay there. You got to keep it going.
It doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve us. It doesn't, it wouldn't serve, does it just, it, and it's hard. Listen, when you're like barely formed, you're 30 years old, your dad is dying, you know, you're alone in the hospital with them. It's just, but it does elevate you to the next level.
It gets real. Okay, the final question for you, and we've got about 30 seconds because we've run over, but which store would you max out your credit card?
Which store would I max? Oh, it'd have to be Dick's.
Dick's. Unexpected. I gotta know the why behind that. I'm gonna go ahead and welcome up our very next guest while you explain to everyone why Dick's is where you, Luann Nigera, let me get it right, would max out her credit card. And then, Luann, I want for you to take a few minutes to scroll through the comments, because people have been talking to you, lady.
Yeah, you want me to tell you why?
Yes, why Dick's?
Listen to me. Like, you know, like Steve Jobs lives every day in a black sweatshirt. Literally, I could live every day in black yoga pants and a tracksuit. Like, I just, you know, if I could go on stage like this, I would. Hey, Jenna, sweetie, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you? You guys are hilarious.
Like over here, like look at me. Like a Dick's, of course it's Dick's. Come on, this is the real me, man.
I love that so much, Luann. It has been real. And that's what I promised everybody. I've learned so much about you. I'm even more excited to watch you progress through life as you are generous enough to share it with the many of us who know you and those I'm introducing you to. You all can catch more of Luann and her realness on her page. She's at Luann Nigera, and I'm gonna throw that in the comments, or she's gonna throw that in comments so you can follow along. Jenna, lady, hi. Okay, I'm gonna try say it twice now.
It's okay.
Jenna Gadowski.
Gaduzek.
I had it, guys. Jenna Gaduzek.
It's so hard.
Jenna Gaduzek.
Okay.
Did I get it close?
You got it. Yeah, that last one. Yeah. I know, I married into that.
Design guru and visual communicator. Welcome to Chatting with Charmaine.
Thank you, Charmaine. It's so nice to be here with you ladies.
Oh man, Jenna. So I know you joined us right from the beginning. So I want to ask you, how you doing? For real?
Good. I'm doing good. I am tired, like you guys. It has been a day. Oh my gosh.
Well,
What is up with this
I
week?
love that we're faking it, right? You just,
Yeah.
we got energized from each other, and there's nothing like it. So how'd you get into AI rendering and virtual design? Because you just rock it.
Thank you. It's a great question. So I guess I got to start back at the beginning. When I was living in New York City in 2015, I did not want to go to my my job in the meatpacking district anymore, and I wanted to work from home. I'm an introvert at heart, and I just wanted to be there working on with design clients. So I transitioned to virtual design back in 2015, and I've always been fascinated with online design. I am a 90s kid, so I played Sims from the get-go, and that was like my path for my life. And so I just followed that. And rendering in college, learning SketchUp in 2007, it was like brand new, but I was obsessed since that point. So from there, I just started to render and, build out all of these different programs. And then when AI came along, I was like, yeah, I'll be doing
That's my
that. So
jam.
yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That is so cool. I got a quick question for you. What says Jenna? What's the most annoying color?
Oh goodness. That's so hard because I wear black all the time, but I love every color. Um, I don't think I have one. Like
Ooh,
unless if it's all white kitchens, that is going to be my number
annoying.
one.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
and I have one I'm going to show you guys today.
All right. So what are you going to show us tonight? And while you're doing that, Jenna, while you're turning the camera, Luann, what's the most annoying color?
Annoying color.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like
She's got a face to say this one.
like like it's like the movie. I'm not a movie dusty
Mm,
pinky. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
mhm.
All right. Jenna, what are you showing us tonight?
Okay, so I'm sitting in my office right now. I'm going to get out of here, but I wanted to preface what I'm going to show you guys tonight with I live in a new construction house. We built it a year ago. This is my 15th place that I've lived in my life. I'm 35. So we move a lot, but we're trying to make this our forever home. Everything was builder grade white when we moved in. So this is what I've done so far, and I've actually never showed this to anybody. So you guys get to see first.
And with Charmaine
um,
first.
so uh, I make a lot of my artwork and my pillows using AI, actually. And then I print them out, and then I have like a print on demand company that I use. So everything I'm going to be showing you today, I've basically color matched to my wallpaper and then created custom stuff. And this is like my color reader that I use to choose colors. So here's just the rest of my office. Typically, I don't have this many lights on.
Yeah, you guys,
So,
I make him put on a lot of lights because that's the only way we can see. And Jenna, I am going to ask you to go ahead and flip that camera around just
yes,
because we don't get to see as well with there we go.
perfect.
So much clearer with this
Awesome.
camera here.
Okay, good. So I'm going to take you kind of my path in the morning and as far as I go during the day. So this is my little coffee bar right off my office here. I use, this little peachy color on everything. I'm also going to say I have a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. So this is real life and how we live in our
Really?
house. So I'm going to start here and I'll kind of walk around a little bit. But basically, what I did, everything was white when we moved in. Like I said, this island came in white, all the cabinets came in white, everything was white. Uh, and it drives me insane. The only thing I wanted was not a white kitchen. So immediately we painted, the blue wall. I took a little bit of time to find the wallpaper that I was looking for, and it is like so
Oh
perfect.
wow,
It's
gorgeous,
beautiful. Very happy
gorgeous.
with it. And it just pulled everything together. So
And
I
and
actually had
and
different,
so I think
sorry,
Jenna, you said it really
yeah,
quickly, and I want to make sure everybody heard. But this is wallpaper that you designed and printed, right, with AI?
actually, no, because at this point I was not printing wallpaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this was, I don't want to say who it was, but it was done by an artist and then sold through somebody else. Same with my office. So I use these as the core for my color palettes, and now I can print wallpaper, but at this time I
Okay.
couldn't.
Okay, and so you guys, that's also part of my caveat. So if you want to know more information, go ahead and reach out to Jenna on her page. I'm sure she'd be happy to share more deets with you if you're interested in knowing who did the wallpaper.
Yeah, happy to share that. So this was a super awkward space. In order to get the floor plan that we were really needing, because my husband works from home, I work from home, 2 kids, we needed some space. So we got this really awkward little dining area over here where this was like the only shape and size table that would fit. And we had terrible lighting that came in this entire house. I've switched out a good majority of it already. That was the first thing on my list, but there's still a lot to do.
Okay. Love it.
I've also done pretty much everything myself, and I am a terrible DIYer, so don't look too close. My husband is such a perfectionist, it drives him nuts. So here's some pillows that I designed using AI and then had them printed.
Gorgeous.
There's this guy here. And then this one I made a little collection with all these different hex codes. I make collections so that they can basically mix match and put everything together that people might be interested in doing. Over here, I just found this bus picture and I had to point it out because the other day I created this AI image and it was like a coastal living room. And there was a big, Volkswagen bus picture over the mantle in this AI picture. And I was like, oh, I love that. Cut to 3 weeks later, I'm in Home Goods and I see this and I'm like, I need that for my house. It literally pulls all my colors right there. So it came home with me the other day.
I love the feel of your home. We've got 1 minute left.
Perfect. Okay. So still working over here on this, but I figured I would just kind of show you this one little last area over here.
Cool.
Pulls in the green, and then I DIY'd all this stuff, so don't look close, but beautiful wallpaper in here as well. And then this is actually wallpaper that I cut out and then framed with these little surfer people in our powder room.
How fun.
Clever.
Yeah. So that's the tour.
Oh, Jenna, just beautiful. Again, you guys, when I close out the live, the comments go. So please take a few moments while other things are happening to scroll back through and see those comments because you've just inspired so many people. And Jenna, I love that you took the time to personalize your home the way you have. And thank you for sharing it with us, your sense of what is beautiful.
Thank you.
Right now, I'm going to invite up our final guest of the night. Spellman Ray is coming up, and that's because you three are gonna face off in our game challenge round tonight. Hey, Spellman.
How y'all doing?
Hi.
We're doing.
I was hoping I was doing this right. I'm not Instagram savvy like this. My kids be doing all this stuff for me.
Well, they just somehow or another are born knowing it, right? And
Yes,
so,
yes,
so
ma'am.
that's always
They are.
helpful. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. I'll introduce you formally a little bit later on, just before
Yes,
your
ma'am.
segment. So tonight's game challenge is called Rhyme Time. All right, I'm going to provide a random word, and you players, you must take turns rhyming the previous word. So I'm going to start it off with a word. And whoever goes first, and you will play in order of appearance. So Luann, Jenna, and then Spellman, you're going to rhyme it. Now, just to be nice, if you can't think of a rhyme, you can go ahead and share an interesting story. I'll take that as well. All right?
Okay, so time out. Is it one word? You're going to say one
I'm
word?
going to start with the word. And we're going to go around, and we're going to see where this rhyme time takes us. Because
oh my God.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. This is all in good fun. And so I'm using a random word generator, you guys. So I got no control.
That is going to be generator.
I know. I was like,
I don't know that one.
I have no control. So here we go. The first word coming at you, Luann, that you should rhyme, or else go ahead and come up with an interesting story. The word is default. You have 10 seconds.
Oh my God, is there a word that rhymes with default? Default. There's no word that rhymes with default. That's a dumb word.
I'll write
Crazy
music. and
story.
that's-
Crazy story. Come with your crazy story.
Crazy story. Okay. One time I lost my crap at the store across the street and banged my hand, and I told them I want a GD cup of tea and I want it now.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's, we'll take that. I'm going to get you your word, Jenna. Here's your word. Your word is bench. Rhyme with bench for me, please.
Wrench.
Ooh, okay. So wrench is coming at you, Spellman, because this is a real game now. Wrench. Rhyme with
Bench.
wrench. What's your word?
Bench.
Oh, you can't repeat.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay, so what was the other word?
Well, Jenna's word was bench, and she came up with wrench. Your word, you got to rhyme wrench with something, but not that. What's your word?
Grinch.
Grinch. Okay, Luann, Grinch is coming at you.
So we're not rhyming with bench anymore. We're rhyming with
Grinch. Yeah, you got to rhyme off of his word.
Because I have the rhyme for bench.
Yeah, but that'd be too easy.
Cringe, minge, like dinge,
Okay.
winch, finch,
Jenna,
finch,
minch.
finch.
Finch.
Good one. That's a good one.
Finch.
Pinch. Jenna Finch. What is it? Pinch. Come on, Spellman.
Stench.
All right, Finch. Come on, Luann.
Yeah, you got it, Miss Luann.
And
Lynch.
time is up.
Lynch.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
We're letting that go. Okay, come on, Jenna.
That was
Lynch.
hard. Oh, we already said Finch. Oh my gosh. What
And
else is
time.
there?
Oh, it's time. So crazy story?
Oh my gosh.
I think we got all the words for Brent.
I know. I'm trying to think.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I have a crazy story.
My
Okay.
is going to decide who won that one. Okay. Here's your word, Spellman. The word is ditch. And keep it clean.
We got one.
Ditch. I'm gonna say Mitch.
Luann.
That's wait. Which?
Okay. Come on, Jenna.
Clinch.
Come on,
You
Spellman.
pronounce it weird.
You said clinch.
Back to Grinch.
What was her last word she used?
Just making it up. Just make it up too. Come on.
Clench.
Clinch.
Okay.
Inch.
Okay. So, Jenna, show producer, has ruled. He has ruled that your word did not rhyme off of Luann's word. So
I didn't think so.
okay. So that was
Fair enough.
permissible. You're gonna take a penalty for that. So
Okay.
Luann, what was your word again? Which, right?
Right.
Okay, so rhyming Spellman off of which? Go ahead.
Ditch.
Okay. The Spellman, you cannot use that word ditch because we used that already.
Okay,
We're gonna give that point to Luann. Luann's gonna get that point.
So is it
All right.
still my turn?
No, I'm gonna give the next word. The next word is Luann. The word is respect.
Come on. We're so wrong with this stuff. Respect, respect, respect. There's no rhyme. I gotta come up with a crazy story again.
Come on.
Holy crow.
And so, Luann, I want to let you know a secret. Here on Chatting with Charmaine, we have viewers who watch all the time. They put it in the comments. They try and help you out. There was a nice word in there. So
Defect.
There you
All
go.
right.
Look how that came to you. Come on now.
Thank you.
Okay, Jenna.
Defect. And you said defect.
Defect.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, come on, spell it. Perfect.
I'm gonna go with neglect.
All right, come on, Luann.
Where's my peeps? Come on. All right.
I know. Where's the chat?
Look, Luann. There's a magical word there.
Inspect.
Woo. Okay, come on now, Jenna.
Insect.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna take an insect.
Is that right?
You Spellman.
Let's go with concept.
Okay. You see that? What show producer say no? Insect concept.
You say it weird, it does.
Okay. So it looks like point goes to whomever. He's going to figure that one out. All right. My job is just to do the random word generating. Okay, new word coming at you, Jenna. Here's the word ticket.
Picket.
Picket.
Like
come on.
fence.
Yes. Come on. Spelling.
Cricket.
Cricket.
Wicket.
Come on, Luann.
Wicket.
Wicket. Come on, Jenna.
Spigot.
Spigot. Yes. Come on, Spellman. You can look in the comments.
I don't have a word, but I have a crazy story though.
All right, let's hear your story.
So I got a ticket the other day coming from out of town. The state trooper pulled me over because my license plate was in the window here in Texas. So there's my. I didn't get a ticket though. He gave me a warning ticket, but it was just a warning.
All right. I thought it was okay to have it in the window. Well, that's good to know. Okay, now
yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, here we go. Here's your we got a few minutes actually, 2 more minutes here. The next word is coming at you, Spellman, and the word is engineer.
Say engineer.
Engineer, come on now.
In your ear.
Oh,
To be afraid.
come on, Luann, in your ear.
You know what? All right. No, I'm going crazy story. Because what's so funny is my crazy story, I had it in my head, is also about a trooper. There was a time that I was driving down the Garden State Parkway or the Turnpike, and a trooper just comes riding up after me. And then he like goes on by me. And then I went behind him and I was following him. Then he pulls over. And I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you're speeding. I'm like, I'm following you. He's like, you can't do that.
Crazy.
I'm like, wait, you can go 90 miles an hour. My husband was like, you do not yell at state troopers. I'm like, you do if they need it.
I don't know, man. I like that. That was good. That was amazing. Nice. All right, we got. Geez, I don't know. You got me stumped now. All right. Did we go all the way around here? I think we did. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the show producer, who's tonight's game challenge winner, and give him a few minutes to tally that. I got to say, you guys, I never know how the game challenge is going to go. It's the wild card of the show. And you all have made it wildly entertaining tonight.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. You ladies did good.
Yeah.
You too. Good game, everybody.
Absolutely. So pat yourselves on the back for surviving one of my game challenges. Sarah, good to see you here. Okay, and so show producer, who's tonight's got bragging rights? All right, Luann, I think the state trooper story did it.
Yeah. Nice.
Congratulations. You win no money. You win just bragging rights because I don't have any
you know what?
yet.
Us competitive people, we don't even care. We won.
We don't care.
And I think you're getting a lot of kudos there. Kareen is telling you what a great job you guys all did. I thought that was amazing.
Thank you.
So now it's that time of the show, you guys, where I'm going to formally introduce you to this artist that I just happened upon, Spellman Ray. I wound up meeting keep the camera on you, Spellman.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Just your family member wasn't thrilled to suddenly be on the show. Spellman Ray, I just so admire your music. Number one, I fell in love with your music, and then I just really enjoyed learning a little bit about your story, and that was super cool. I want to ask you, he's doing all this marketing. We're going to do it all for you later. Don't worry. So what do you do to stay motivated when you really don't want to do what it takes to get to that next step?
I have a team that helps me out. For one, I've been through a lot in my life, and God has brought me out of situations that I thought I couldn't come out of. And so I have a team of people behind me that my brothers hold me accountable, and we hold each other accountable. So if I'm slacking, they motivate me, and I'm just grateful that God gave me the gift to write good music that people can listen to.
I love that. You guys, he's very open in his music and with his story. And if
Yes,
you
I
are
am.
a fan of stories and journeys, as I am, you definitely want to check out his page and his music. You'll get an opportunity to hear some of what he's gone through. So, which musicians do you think make the best teachers?
Um, just life journeys that you go through. Anything can be a learning lesson. Anything that any bad situation, something could come good out of it. So I just want to encourage everybody that when the going gets tough, God is tougher.
I
So.
like that. I like that. How can fans support your work? Well, you already showed the Spelman Ray. Where can they
um,
go? Where can they go to
well,
view his life?
they can go to gospelfed.com and for booking for the apparel that we have to showcase our videos. We on YouTube. We streaming on live all DSPs, and we just trying to spread our truth and
All right.
testimony.
So, what are you performing for us tonight?
So I think I have two songs, 7 minutes. One is called Too Blessed, and then the next one is called This Too Shall
All right.
Pass.
Take it away.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Nope. Facts, facts. Hey, gospel fed music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, whoa. Man, we spread truth and testimony on this side, man. By the time we started applying pressure, y'all know what it is. It's about that time, man. If God been good to you, man, and you blessed, hey, I'm a sinner in the flesh. I know I got a lot of flaws, but I'm blessed. Check my records, I done made it through the test. I don't have to talk a lot, my testimony does it best. Hey, I'm a sinner in the flesh. I know I got a lot of flaws, but I'm blessed. Check my records, I done made it through the test. I don't have to talk a lot, my testimony does it best. I'm a sinner in the flesh. I ain't perfect, but I tell you that I'm blessed. I'm not saying that I'm better than the next. Let me say it for you, spell me, boy, you better than the rest. Okay, I'm conceited. Just a little, surrounded by the Trinity, like Malcolm in the middle. I got a lot of flaws, I was born with a curse. I also got a gift, you can hear it in this verse. People like to judge and talk about your name. At the end of the day, we suffer from the same thing. Jesus died on the cross for everybody's sins. I can't wait to get to heaven, and I'm hoping I get in. I'm just saying I'm a in the flesh. I know I got a lot of flaws, but I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Check my records. Yes, I made it through the test. I don't have to talk a lot, but testimony does it best. I'm a sinner in the flesh. I know I got a lot of flaws, but I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Check my records. Hey, verse 2 is special to me, man, because I am my brother's keeper. Who am I to judge another man? I am my brother's keeper. I'm just doing what I can. Every day I'm in a fight. I battle with my flesh. And if you read the Bible, even Jesus had a test. I'm just saying, don't be quick to judge this book by its cover. Ever since I lost my mother, I'm realizing that I love her. It's a struggle. I be praying, hoping Jesus take the wheel. I got some mental issues and the trauma really real. This is how I feel. Broken hearted from a broken home. With these last $2, I'ma call Tyrone. I be praying for forgiveness. You know what I done. Lord, forgive me if I curse my son. I'm just saying I'm a in the flesh. I know I got a lot of flaws. Lord, I'm blessed. I done made it through the test. My testimony does it best. Thank you, thank you.
That's so good.
So the next song I'm gonna do is called "This Too Shall Pass." It's a song I wrote for my grandmother who raised me, and my whole life I've been fed the gospel. So she is one reason why my organization and our company is named Gospel Fed, because I've been fed the gospel my whole life. This too shall pass. Yeah. Hey, if you're a grandmother out there, man, and you fed your family the gospel, this is for you. This
for all the grandmothers and the grandmothers and the grandmothers' mothers. Yeah. Gospel fed music. Yeah. Let me tell the truth, coming up, I was a hypocrite, a man with all that power, let them hang on from a crucifix. Granny used to read in my Bible before my puberty. I'm from a good family, but the devil started using me. No matter what I do in the streets, he kept his hands on me. Everything I'm doing today, I never planned on it. Mama did the best that she could, but I'm my daddy's son. People used to tell me back then I was the chosen one, rolling through this world full of demons with no armor on. Jesus is the reason I'm living. He my cornerstone. I don't need a preacher to tell me how good the gospel is. Grandmama been doing that for years. My granny, she be telling me that troubles don't last. She said, baby, just pray. This too shall pass. We made it through the storm, and it's all by his grace. She had me out in chains. I can see it on her face. My granny, she be telling me that troubles don't last. She said, tell me just pray. This too shall pass. We made it through the storm. She had me out in chains. You know why I'm so grateful? 1996, I went and did a bid. I hate to say she right, I should have listened as a kid. I was in and out of trouble. She stayed on her knees while she was praying to Jesus. I was running with some thieves. It wasn't nobody but God who helped me through my time. I was barely 17 back in 1999. The saying's really true. You reap what you sow. The moral of the story is you learn as you grow. I've been touched by an angel. My life ain't been the same. I guess I must admit there's really power in his name. I just want to thank my grandmother for staying by my side. You know I took her and my dad on one hell of a ride. My granny, troubles don't last. She said, baby, just pray. This too shall pass. We made it through the storm, and it's all by his grace. She had me out in chains. I can see it on her face. My granny, she be telling me that troubles don't last. She said, baby, just pray. This too shall pass. We made it through the storm, and it's all by his grace. She had me out in chains. I can see it on her face. Whoa. Hey. Gospel fan music.
So special.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic, as always. I'm such a fan of your music, and I think I've introduced you to many of my viewers, and you've
Thank
got
you.
some new fans. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing your gift with us tonight.
Thank
Gosh,
you.
thank
Yeah,
Thank you.
and thank you, Luann. Thank you, Jenna. I
you.
loved learning about more about both of you ladies as well, and viewers.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It was fun to be here.
Absolutely. I'm Charmaine Winter. I'll be back again in I'll be back again next Wednesday with 3 new guests, 1 new game challenge. So don't forget to follow me here, meet me there, save, like, and share. Bye, everybody. Night all.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
thanks.